I want to give you a quick advanced tutorial on using Mockingbot. I'll just show what I made from the logo to the launch screen. So I made this morning. It took me probably about an hour. So it's a recipes app with breads, soups, and mains, and appetizers, which I'll add in a few minutes. If I go to breads, I want whole wheat, 3 whole wheat recipes. In whole wheat recipe 1, we go back to there. Whole wheat recipe 2, go back there and go back to the main. There's soups and mains. I added some chicken. Actually, what I did was I added some beef 1, so forth. So how did I do this? So I'll go to the edit view. The one thing that's really nice about this is you can form your whole outline, your content strategy in the tree menu to the right here. And so when you think about when you create your outline for your emergency app, then emergency services app, you could actually replicate it over here. Keep every top level menu item as a separate item on the right here, because you can only go several layers deep with these trees. So and a couple first I want to talk about templates. This is a template here, and templates you create going to this menu here, and here's the header menu. I click on that and I can edit this template. So that means if I change anything in it, like if I make this icon smaller, it will now be, go back, it will now be smaller on all the screens that are using that template. So to make a template, you go to this middle thing there, it's the widgets template, and you say new, and I'll call this header 2, make it public. Then it goes to a template edit screen, and you can add things to this. So you can add icons. So I'll add this icon here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll call it the rating template, right? Okay, and there, and then when you're done, click back to, you go back, and now header 2 here is down here. I'm going to rename it. I don't know how to rename it, so I'll skip that. Oh, there we go. No, maybe not. So I'll go back. So now if I wanted to add that to a screen, see it's over, now it's one of the templates over here. I just drag it right on the screen, and there it is. And then you can have states within the template, actually. That's what that is, but that's more advanced, so we'll let that go. So now whenever I change that template, double click it, if I take out a star, I go back, and wherever that template is, the star was gone, so I can have that on multiple pages. So that's how templates work. And I have a footer template down here, and I have a header template up here. Okay, so let me show you, let me add appetizers. So my main menu, which is home, I don't have a appetizers link. So I'll copy that, copy mains, paste it, and I'll put it appetizers. Okay, but now the link is going to mains, it's going to the wrong place. So I cut that link, drag it to my tree heading appetizers. I'll do a left side swipe, and then you can show or hide links with this. So I'm going to hide them because it gets a little busy with them on there. But if I click on this, come on, stop showing that screen. Left side, thank you. Okay. shows me the link there. So now when I launch it, there's my link. I click on it, and there's the appetizers screen that I had already set up. So it's ready to go. And this previous button goes back to prior menu. So the way if I go to appetizers, this here, if you drag this link to this previous screen target up here, this screen will go to the previous screen that you were on. So here I'm on appetizers, and I have to add some appetizers. So I will click here, and I can do the plus sign. It automatically gives me a sub menu to that, and I'll call this hot for hot appetizers, and I'll add another one for cold appetizers. So if I go to, and you see that right now those screens are blank except for the little thing at the top. If I go to appetizers, now I want to add links to those two. So under this screen, appetizer screen, what I'll do is I'll just go like to the beef one here. I'll just copy this and this and the line, and then I'll go down to appetizers hot or appetizers, click it, and there now I have beef, so I'll just change that to hot, and then I drag that link to hot. Left slide. Okay, then I'll copy that. Well, actually, it's in the clipboard already, so I'll just stick that, drag that down, make that cold, drag that to the cold one, left slide, transition. So let's launch this. Click on hot. There's nothing there because the hot screen is empty. So I have to close that, and that leaves me on the hot screen. So I won't put a hot appetizer. So actually what I'll do, since there's nothing on the screen, what I'll do is go to beef, and I'll go to, and I'm going to copy everything on this screen except the very top part. Command C. Then I'll go to paste, puts everything right in place. So I've got to change this to and this to hot. And now I can list some, I'll get rid of this because I'm actually listing a list of hot appetizers. So under here, so I think I'll just copy like this beef one. Another trick is that you can duplicate a screen. So if I go beef and I say that copy of beef, I'll just drag that down under appetizers, and it's going to be a submenu, so I'll get rid of that. Let me do this again. Under hot, create a submenu, screen, under hot, submenu. There we go. And we'll make this appetizer pigs in a blanket. For I can't think of anything else. Okay. So I need to add that to this one. So I'll go and look at the beef one and see if that's set up this way. So I'll just copy these three and these lines. Go to hot appetizers. And I'll make this pigs in a blanket. And now I got to cut that link there and drag it to this one. Okay, so then side transition. And then I got to go to this screen and create that screen. So now I'll just go to a beef recipe. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go to appetizers, hot, copy this stuff so I don't have to redo it. Go to pigs in a blanket, paste it. Then I'll go to beef one and I'll just like copy that, and the line, copy that actually. Go back here. Give this a name. Drag this down. There you have it. So let's see how this works. I'll launch it. When you launch from the page you're looking at, it launches in that page, but I'll go home. Okay, appetizers, hot, pigs in a blanket. There we go. Back to hot, back to appetizers. Actually, if I go back to hot, appetizers, if I click, that shouldn't actually be, that goes back there, okay. So that's how that works. So I created that, and I can do the rest for the rest of them. Another neat trick is if I have a new category. Let's say I haven't done desserts yet. So one thing you can do to make it easy, or relatively easy, is to copy a whole section. So if I say this little arrow screen, this arrow icon, no, that's transfer. If I click on plus, or the duplication one, do I want to duplicate the parent only or with subscreens? And I'll say subscreens. Takes a minute to do it. And then if I scroll down, come on, there's my breads copy. But I really want to make a dessert, so I'll just delete the desserts one there. And I have to rename these things. So I don't know if it's easier to start from scratch or come up with some method. Desserts, so I need a category here. Desserts, there's pies. And I could do here cakes. And then here I could rename. So in your tree menu, you want to rename things so you understand, you know what everything is. So pies, so then we put in here the kind of pie, and so forth and so on. You see how that works. So let me go back to our main menu and add desserts. Just copy that. Kill that link, drag this down to, let's get desserts up here. There we go. Drag the link down to there, and you keep going that way and replicate everything, and that's how that works. If I go to launch, and so if I go here and I click desserts, it goes to the dessert page, which is incorrect because remember I copied the bread page. So I go back here, it leaves me on this page, and I just change everything here. So it can get a little tedious. There are probably all kinds of tricks that you can do to not have to be, by way of creating sort of a page which you can copy and templates and so forth that are repetitive to make this easier. But it's basically the way it works. You sort of slog through it and get it all set up. The key thing, as I mentioned, is to set up, your outline of your content strategy over here, and then build it from there with all the links and whatnot to go through. Okay, thank you.